I think the screen is visible to every one of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. All right, wait. Some technical issues, probably the network issue. Okay. Okay, let me explain the concept apartheid. As you already know, stands for separateness. So this was a policy that was followed by white people. You all know that British people used to colonize different nations, right? Even we were colonized by Britain, by British people. Yes or no? India was
Yes,
also
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
yes. British people had a greed for a power, and they were expanding their territory, entire nation, and they also colonized India, and then later British people also colonized South Africa. See what happens when white people or the British people colonize a country. So they treat uh, the people, so whatever, let's say even in India or in South Africa, so they treat their colonized people as inferior to them. Okay, they start to treat them uh, some inferior people, not let's say, so they were deprived of their basic education, or they are deprived from freedom. So in every aspect, they were kept under control. So see, the very basic human right was snatched away from white people. You all know that we were not so powered. We did not have a powerful weapons with us until these British people colonized us. We were living happily. We were living with an innocent life. So once they colonized India or South Africa, then their assaultation started. Even this apartheid is a system in which these white people, um, just because of their skin color, South African people's skin color, that is black. Literally they are not black. I think their skin color is brown, but because of their skin color black, they were treated like a slaves, or they were treated as an inferior race. ಒಂದು ಕೀಳು ಜನಾಂಗ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ದೂರ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ದಿಸ್ ವೈಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ನೋಷನ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಬಿಲೀವ್ that they are superior than the other races. So that's why this apartheid system was established. So this black people made to believe, brainwashed, that they are not even human beings. They can never match with white people in any aspects. So they were made to live like a animals or like a slaves. See, um, See, these black people even sold in markets for the white masters. You must be knowing this, right? Like in action, black people were sold to white people like a slaves. So they would have given some amount of money to the owners of people, and they used to take them to their home country, that is to Britain. Some wealthy people from Britain used to purchase black people for some amount of rate, and they used to take those black people to their homeland and made them to work like a slaves in their plantations, in their gardens, or at their home, and they were treated like a dogs. Okay, sorry to say, but they were treated like dogs. Not even basic human rights or freedom were given to them. So such was the condition in which black people were living. Very uh, pitiful life. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Apartheid is a political system that separates people. So this was the policy followed by white people in order to prove themselves as superiors and others as inferiors. See, they need some kind of control over others, right? So that's why they implemented all these things. This was politically, systematically imposed on black people. So they were made to believe that they are inferiors. And They were clipped, curtailed from all the freedoms, okay, from the white clutches. White people clutches is a political system that separates people according to their race. See, in South Africa, the people were divided into four categories. One is black people, and the second one is white people, and the third category was colored people. I don't know what is colored people, and the fourth category was Indians. Okay, this is how they used to segregate or separate the entire people in South Africa as into four categories. So this is how this apartheid worked. And among these four categories, white people had a complete supreme power over all these three categories. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
these black people were subjected to violence, torture, abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse. See, whenever they tried to raise their voice, they were silenced in brutal ways. Because you already know, in Britain, industrial revolution took place in 18th century. Yes or no? Uh, to
Yes,
work
ma'am.
in states to they need poor people, or they need people for low wages, low salaries, to work in their factories or to work in their mills. So
Ma'am,
so they
at that time, in, at that time, Peter needed indigo and some coffee.
hmm?
Ma'am, it was also called triangular slave, ma'am.
Huh? Repeat.
Ma'am, it was also called as triangular slave, ma'am.
Yes, slaverism. Okay, so they were kept in captivity and they were treated like a slaves to work 24 hours. So these black people were considered as not even human beings. So they were kept in dark rooms. You must have studied Charles Dickens' Hard Times novels. You will get a much broader perspective about this apartheid system if you read such novels. Okay, they were kept in dark rooms. They made to work 24 hours, no rest, no proper food given to them, absolutely like restricted from all the freedoms and from their happy life. So such was the bondage of slavery in which they were living in. So definitely this kind of a system should get end, right?
Yes,
Yes or
ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
people. You can't keep people away from their own freedom. We don't. None of us have the rights to snatch away someone else's freedom, but this white people did that. So they managed to, keep black people under their control nearly 50 years, 5 decades. Even Britishers, kept us under their control for nearly, I think, 300, 400 years. Okay? But we were not, of course, we were also subjected to lots of abuse. Indians, I'm talking about Indians. We were also subjected to lots of violence, like unjust treatment, all this. But black people were little more, they had more painful experiences from the hands of white people just because of their skin color. How fair it is to judge a person just because of their skin color. So, such was the humiliating, painful system white people followed. See, even today, we can witness this kind of prejudices. If how many of us would like to be friend with black people, or how many of us, let's say, let's take a modern example. How many of us are ready to accept a FB friend request if it is from a South Africa or if it is from a very black person? Let's talk honest things. How many of us are ready? None of us, right? Let's be
Yes,
honest
ma'am.
with each other. Will you
I am
accept
ready, ma'am.
if it is from a black person, from South Africa, or from any other country?
No, ma'am.
Or if it is from a black person. So we judge people just because on their skin color. That is the prejudice. If a person, even from Pakistan, is so fair, beautiful, we will just accept their FB request. Or in any other format, we would like to be friend with the fair skinned people all the time, right? Such was the obsession of fair skin in us. So now we should leave all this. So a person is a person, no matter whether you can't judge a person just because of their skin color. So this is the honesty talk till now. And now let's continue. Have you heard of Nelson Mandela? Mandela and his African National Congress spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid system. Sorry, I think 1 minute. See why I don't know this problem. Okay, thank you. Came now. Can you all see children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Huh. Shall I play a YouTube video for you before we resume? Just to make you understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I try if I can. I try if I can. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Not audible.
Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.
Not audible, ma'am. Not audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, voice we can't hear, ma'am.
You can't hear? Maybe probably others switch on their microphones. Please turn it off if you are playing your microphones. Please keep your microphones off. Now, continue.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Video you can see, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Only visual form you can see. Just try to see. See, see, this is how black people were tortured. Okay. Okay, children, did you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you understood? What did you understand? Did you understand anything?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
Blacks were not
Huh?
allowed to churches and schools.
Very good. Very good. So
White
absolutely
people were dominating
illegal.
blacks, ma'am.
It's absolutely no
Was
freedom.
illegal.
Yes,
Right for time.
even to walk wherever they want, they were not allowed. Education was not allowed.
And
Okay,
there were 148 laws.
there were not just one or two laws. There were 148 humiliating laws that was imposed on black people. So they were not given education. They should not go there. Go not there. Okay, and no education. Strikes from them was illegal. Any union or group formed by them was immediately banned. So there was no voice to them. So they were subjugated, they were oppressed for nearly 50 years. So there was no voice. They should not even speak or raise their uh, angriness or raise their disappointment or anything against white people. So under that suffocating system, black people were kept. So definitely, this kind of a system should get end. And Nelson Mandela fought for this reason. Nelson Mandela and 10 other comrades of Nelson Mandela or companion in a battle. Okay, that is Walter Sisulu, Oliver Tambo, or in 10 other. Okay, who had a like-mindedness. People came together to put an end to this very um, disgrace policy that is apartheid. So this is how Nelson Mandela fought for the great cause, and he was jailed for this since he was joined the national, what is that, African National Congress, for to put an end to this domination uh, or this subjugation. So, just to silence their violence or to silence their revolution, great leaders like Nelson Mandela and others were arrested and kept in jail so that no revolution will take place and no one will question white people supremacy or white people rule. So this is why Nelson Mandela was arrested and put in jail for nearly 30 years. Can you imagine fighting for a cause and staying in jail for 30 years? Absolutely shutting yourself from the world. Only great people, great men can do that, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, so they had a great determination to free their country people out of this system, apartheid. So that's why, okay, these people fought for a great reason. Have you ever, this was over, um, have you heard of Nelson Mandela? Mandela and his African National Congress spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid. Mandela had to spend 30 years in prison. Finally, democratic elections were held in South Africa in 1994, and Mandela became the first black president of a new nation. Okay, finally, see, in any country, administration should happen in a fair and just manner, right? No one can just go and establish their rule, killing other people or by power, right? By mighty power, by using arms, you just cannot establish rule there. You should take every people under confidence, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು in a democratic, in a fair and just elections, you should establish a government. That is the correct government. Yes or no? In a democratic, you should give everybody chance to select their own government, self rule. See, for that reason, African National Congress fight against the uh, white people government, and for that reason, for that fighting, they were kept under prison. But finally, after 30 years of staying in jail because of the worldwide pressure, the leaders from all over the world, like pressurized white people government in South Africa to release Nelson Mandela, because everywhere the pressure to release Nelson Mandela was growing. So that's why finally surrendering to the worldwide pressure, Nelson Mandela was released after 30 years in prison. So once he set free, once he was emancipated from prison, then he became the first ever black
Voice is
person.
low.
Can you hear me now? Others, do you have the problem?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Please sit in some other place where the network is strong. Okay. So this is how in this chapter you have to understand the chapter in two ways. One is about apartheid and how it affected the African people, and in the second, in the other part, you should understand after becoming president, Nelson Mandela's views over his country and his speech. You got the point? In two ways you should understand. One part is apartheid and his profound impact on the people, African people, and the other part is Nelson Mandela's speech as a president for African people. Got it? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yes,
Mandela
ma'am.
becomes
Yes, ma'am.
South African.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. In this extract from his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, Mandela speaks about a historic occasion, the inauguration. Can you guess what the occasion might be? Check your guess with this news item from the BBC of 10th May 1994. Can I play this clip for you since the textbook is asking? News
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
item.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes, ma'am.
10th May 1994. Can we?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we? I
Yes,
try.
ma'am.
I try. For that, all of you need to switch off your microphones and observe. This is the clip. Only. And white only. Violence on black. Listening? Hello, children. Did you see the clip from the BBC?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. We
ma'am.
ma'am.
Every one of you watched it?
Yes,
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yes. That is the intention why I played the clip, because if you see that in video format, you will understand the agony, you will understand the excruciating pain that the black people were going through in a better way, right? That's why I played a video to witness the assaultation that happened on black people by the white. I think I don't have to explain it much because you witnessed it in a video, right? That was the actual clip recorded during those time, right? You had a clear picture like how the black people were, uh, you know, tortured in the name of apartheid. Clear? So Diksha, listening?
Yes,
Did you see the video?
yes, ma'am.
Huh? Yogesh, did you see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Dhruvaram is absent. Okay. Shall we continue with the session? One minute. I'll share the slides with you. Okay. Nelson Mandela has become South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress Party won 252 of the 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. So, election took place to end the British rule, and in that election, ANC, that is African National Congress, took the majority, 252 seats, and became eligible to form a new government, which is, of course, a self-rule African government for the African people. The inauguration ceremony took place in the 1 minute. Okay, took place in the Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria today, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world. Never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another, said Nelson Mandela in his address. So, Nelson Mandela Party won the majority and they were invited to form a new government. And British rule and British people are, handing over the rule to black people, that is Nelson Mandela and his party, and they are handing over their responsibilities to the ANC, that is African National Congress. So the inauguration program or presidential speech took place in that as a first black president, Nelson Mandela is addressing his people, African people. In the speech, so this ceremony, as you witnessed in the video, that ceremony took place in the buildings of amphitheater. Amphitheater is a building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in steps, typical of ancient Greece and Rome. So you must have witnessed a cricket stadium, right? How it is. Cricket stadium without roof, right? Are you hearing me,
yes, ma'am.
children?
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
In the same amphitheater, this inauguration ceremony or taking oath as a president for the Africa. So that was the program that took place. And to witness that new government or to witness the uh, formation of new government after long struggle. To witness that beautiful moment, world leaders, politicians, leaders, and dignitaries from more than 140 countries around the world came to witness this event. So, in that event, Nelson Mandela gives a statement that is, never, never again will this beautiful land experience the oppression of one by another. That means he is assuring his people or subjected to oppression by one another. We are now black South African men, women, of all races sang and danced with joy. So this is the event of a celebration, jubilations. So during that day, when the new African government was forming, and that day, everyone, everywhere, was happiness took place everywhere because long await, long struggle bore fruit. Their struggle to get free, political emancipation rule, and the day came now in their own government, African administration for African people. Okay, so that's why everywhere the happiness took place. See, there was processions, have flag, South Africa flags, respective one. Blacks, whites, colors, everyone are celebrating together, singing songs and dance with joy. Okay, you understood the first page, right? Any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
I think no. Okay, so that was the happy scene. So that one, this matching, you can do it much later once you have textbooks. Let me continue this page. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to before the inauguration. The event took place on 10th of May. So you have seen the day in the BBC video clip, right? The program you saw, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Inauguration program. There was a video clip of inauguration program that we are talking now in the book, right? You have seen that. So on that day, for the past few days, Nelson Mandela was busy, receiving well wishes from all over the world leaders. He was very pleasant. Besieged means to be surrounded closely by the world leaders, well wishers, and others. Okay, dignitaries and world leaders who are coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. Because Nelson Mandela is now the president of South Africa, who is in charge and who is in power now. So the world leaders are coming near him to pay their respects or to wish him to have a great political life or to have a great leadership. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. So the first time ever, this was the largest program gathering. Gathering means you know, right? Sabe Serodu, okay? So that was the largest gathering ever the South African witnessed. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheater formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. So the ceremony took place in the amphitheater of Pretoria. That is the administrative. Pretoria is the administrative capital of South Africa. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy. Administrative place, capital, that is Pretoria. For nearly 50 years, Pretoria was the administrative capital was under the white supremacy, under their control. Now the Pretoria city or the administrative capital is coming under the control of whom?
Nelson Mandela's army.
Whom?
Black
Nelson
people.
Very good.
Mandela's.
Black people.
And ANC, that is African National Congress. For decades, this means this Pretoria administrative capital. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site. And now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installations of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Color in white, pale supremacy. Okay, very dull supremacy, that is white supremacy. Okay, now this city came under the control of Nelson Mandela and ANC party, and this is welcome. This city is now welcoming all races happily. Okay, now for rainbow gatherings. So this is a symbolism. Rainbow is a symbolism that is used to describe the gathering of all kind of multiracial people. So it was a gathering of all kind of a people, irrespective of their races. It's all welcome there. Okay, free from disparities, free from racial discrimination, any other form of discrimination. Now it is freedom. It's a moment of freedom. So that is the symbolism there. Different colors and nations for the installation of. So why they are gathered there? To witness the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani. So here Nelson Mandela is recalling of inauguration ceremony and registering in his diary, that is autobiography, that is Long Walk to Freedom. So he's recalling what all happened. So he's recalling, you know autobiography? What is autobiography?
Yes, ma'am.
One who writes about himself or herself.
Yes, auto means self, bio means life, graphy means writing. One who writes about themselves is autobiography. So while he is writing autobiography, he is recalling what all happened during his presidential oath. So he is remembering, he is mentioning, on that lovely autumn day, I means Nelson Mandela, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani. He had a daughter named Zenani. He took her to the program. On the podium was first as second deputy president. That means Eredane Uparashtrapatiyagi, who took oath, Mr. de Klerk. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as first deputy president. So Thabo Mbeki was the first deputy president and Mr. de Klerk was the second deputy president, and the president is Nelson Mandela. Obba Rashtrapati or the president, Ibba Rashtrapatigalu. Understood, children? Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Why
Yes,
there's no
ma'am.
reply?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, so first, lowest to highest. How the oath ceremony took place there? Lowest to highest. That means first, second deputy president took oath, and then first deputy president took oath. Then it was the turn of Nelson Mandela to take oath as a president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. Okay, pledge means promise. Okay, when his turn came, he gone on the podium, on the stage, and he pledged, promised to obey and uphold the Constitution of South Africa. That means he always put Constitution above everything, and he will rule as per under the control of Constitution. I pledge to obey or to be obedient and uphold the constitution and to devote or to sacrifice myself to or to work hard to the well-being of the republic and its people. Republic and its people here, South Africa and its people. So he is promising that he will work as a president to uphold or to uplift the African people and to the betterment of Africa. To the assembled guests and the watching world, I said, so to the people who gathered there, he said, today all of us do by our presence here. So he is saying, today all of us do by our presence here, confer glory. Confer means give. Give glory and hope to a newborn liberty. Here, newborn liberty is South Africa as a new democratic government. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster, he is recalling what all the African people had gone through. Extraordinary human disaster means damage, human disaster damage that was caused by white people on the black people. He is remembering that in his speech, in his address as a president to the world. He is remembering out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born, which all humanity will see out of all this agony. Now a new government is taking place, a birth of a new government is taking place, and this government will assure a society where humanity will be proud. You understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Any kind of explanation is needed? You need any Kannada explanation?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You are free to ask. If you don't understand some particular words, you can ask, because the lesson is for each and every student. The intention is to enable each and every student to understand what is there in the lesson. Who? Please do ask if you don't understand anything. 1 second. Okay. We lost not so long ago. We here, that means Nelson Mandela, also African people. He is also African, right? So together, he's talking in plural. We who were outlaws not so long ago. That means, see, outlaws means, see, they were not given any recognition in African people, or South Africa was not any recognition in law. So we were outlaws not so long ago. That had the rare privilege to be a nations of the world and our own soil. So South African land was subjected to lots of oppression by the white people. So there was no privilege given to them. So they were just outlawed. Whatever union they form, that will be banned. Whatever discontentment or angerness they show, they raise their voice, they'll be oppressed, they'll be silenced. So in every form, they were outlawed. So now the same people are given extraordinary powers now, because their struggle is now, bore fruit. So he is so happy, and he is mentioning all this, remembering all the incidents that pained them. Have today been given the rare privilege. Privilege means avakasha, chance. Have been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. So, to witness the program, leaders or politicians from all other countries all over the world came to a South Africa, and they are now present in South Africa. So he is addressing them as well. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ದೇಶನೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಪರಿಗಣನೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಭಿಮಾನದಿಂದ, ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. So one more symbol, like why all these international leaders came here is to show their unitary support to the new government that is forming. So that's why every country leaders gone there to show their support to Nelson Mandela and to the new government. We'll stop here, okay? We'll continue in the next class. You understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.